Hello, I'm Kayelee Rose with Loon Nation Mentoring, and we're about to do a meditative journaling process together on the Cancer third quarter moon that's coming up. So, if you don't already have something to write on and something to write with, I highly recommend that you go grab that. If you're watching this recording, go ahead and pause, run and get a journal or even a scratch piece of paper, something to write with. I recommend in this process actually physically writing rather than typing because it engages different parts of the brain and is more supportive of bringing things forward from your unconscious. So let's see here. Let's talk about this particular third quarter moon. So the energy of this Cancer third quarter moon, it's a beautiful time for nurturing a sense of belonging within yourself so that you can engage in relationships with other people from a more empowered place. Looking to someone else to create belonging for you or to meet all of your emotional needs can definitely create imbalance and disharmony in your relationships. And why we're talking about nurturing and relationships. The moon is in Cancer, very, very connected to nurturing, intuition, sense of belonging, your energy body, and then Libra, which is where the sun is. Libra's more like the partner, the diplomat of the zodiac. There's the sense of seeking peace and balance and fairness, but there's also this element of commitment and definitely a connection to one-on-one relationships, especially committed ones like marriage. Or even business partnerships, strategic partnerships, collaboration. And when any moon phase is not just about the moon, it's about the relationship between the sun and the moon in that moment. And when it's a third quarter moon, there's what's called a square happening between the sun and the moon. And that's where the moon is 3 signs away from the sun. They create a 90-degree angle from each other from the perspective of Earth. So like if you look at a chart for the time of that third quarter moon, you would see like there's the center of the chart, and then the sun and the moon would be at 90-degree angles from each other, a 90-degree angle from each other from the center of that chart. And when there is a square happening, whether it's the first quarter moon or the third quarter moon, both involve squares, so the energy is a little different. There is this tension between the inner self and the outer self, and it looks like a conflict of values, but values don't actually conflict. It's actually a conflict of strategies. The sign energy of the sun and the sign energy of the moon have different strategies. So in this case, Cancer is a water sign. It's more receptive, it's more connected to emotion. Libra is an air sign. And there's still a certain degree of receptivity, but there's a lot more mind involved and less emotion involved, whereas Cancer is very much more emotion and less mind and thought. So during a third quarter moon, in the days leading up to it, the day of, and the days after, there is kind of this tension and this shuffling to find a way to balance and work with those two energies. So with this particular moon coming up, this particular Cancer third quarter moon, as you acknowledge, validate, and integrate your own feelings around around your relationships, how they actually are, and how you think they should be, you will be better prepared to hold space for the reality that every single person you're in a relationship also has their own emotions and their own expectations about the relationships they're in, including their relationship with you. Your feelings are valid, their feelings are valid. True harmony, true love, true belonging, they are first an inside job. And then They can be a partnership in relationship with another human being. So now that we've talked a little bit about the moon phase energy, let's go ahead and do a quick somatic exercise to help us get more connected with our own bodies, our own spirits, so that we can journal in a way that really pulls from our inner world. So at this time, I invite you to take a few deep breaths with me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Roll your shoulders. Stretch your neck, whatever feels good to you in this moment. Stretch while you breathe. Ugh. And then we're going to do something today called butterfly hug. So you're going to cross your hands in front of you at the wrists. And then you'll take your thumbs back across each other, the opposite direction of the way you cross your hands, and you kind of hook them together. So you've kind of got this little butterfly here. And you're going to set it with your thumbs kind of in the, so you've got your collarbones, and then there's this little divot in between. You're going to you're going to set like the head of your butterfly there so that your fingertips can go kind of above or across your collarbones, across your chest, even touching like your arms if your hands are big enough for that. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you can start fluttering your hands back and forth, one hand at a time, gently lifting them off your chest and placing the fingers back down. You can go however fast or slow feels good to you. You can leave your eyes open if you would like. Just soften your gaze so you're not looking at anything in particular. Preferably look away from the computer screen or your device screen, or you can close your eyes gently. Just breathe while you flutter your fingers side to side. You can go ahead and stop when you're ready, adjusting your body as needed. Release your hands and shake them gently or rotate them in circles. If you haven't already opened your eyes, go ahead and open your eyes. While you're doing that, I'm going to get the journal prompts that I've curated for you up on the screen. Oh, here we go. Enter full screen mode. Okay. So today's journal prompts are: in what ways am I expecting someone outside of myself to create a sense of belonging for me? In what ways am I expecting someone outside of myself to create a sense of peace for me? What part of myself have I been ignoring or denying that is now coming forward to be seen and validated? If I were to nurture myself in the way that my soul most needs right now, what would I do? And before you get started on these journaling prompts, I recommend that you take a few deep breaths. Even close your eyes if that feels good while you breathe. And then you look at the prompt and you write down whatever comes up, even if it's a drawing instead of words. Just write down whatever comes up, write and write, free write, until you feel like it's complete, and move on to the next question. You don't even need to read what you wrote on the first one. Work through all the questions without judging what you write, just writing. And then you can go back and read what you've written. And this gives you a starting point for some inner work, some emotional work that you that your soul is leading you to for this particular moon phase. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet now. And I'm going to journal with you. If you're still in the process of writing, go ahead and keep going. You can take as long as you need to. It's time for me to be done, though. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that these questions um, help you really settle into your own inner being and allow you to heal and connect more fully with your own emotions and intuition during this Cancer third quarter moon.